But I want to give you a little bit of guidance, because as I've talked about mindfulness being stilling the mind, removing those fluctuations, I also want you to understand that it's this sort of weird sort of backward thing that happens with our minds, where often the more that we try to get rid of our thoughts, the more thoughts start to come in. So often if we try to sort of say, oh, don't think about that, don't think about that, we're sort of fighting off our thoughts, and we then create more thoughts because we're creating sort of new thoughts about the thoughts. So I want to give you a bit of guidance that will hopefully help you to kind of ease into this nice and gently. So the first thing is, please don't try to switch off your mind, clear your mind of any thoughts. Instead, I invite you to just notice your thoughts. And as you start to notice your thoughts, as you start to just observe them, you can then start to choose to focus your attention on something different. So rather than saying, no, I'm not letting any thoughts in, or I'm going to bash all the thoughts away, instead just saying, oh, there's a thought, but I'm going to choose to focus on my breath. I'm going to choose to focus on my body. The second thing I want you to remember is that you can't control your thoughts. None of us can. Thoughts just come in. That's just what minds do. They create thoughts. But what we can do is control how we relate to our thoughts. So what I've found is the best way to do this is, instead of trying to say, I don't want any thoughts, let me get rid of them, instead try to make friends with your thoughts. Try to think a little more positively towards your thoughts, and kind of just being a bit more happy-go-lucky about, oh, there's a thought, that's interesting, I'm just going to leave that one, I'm just going to park that one for later, rather than really trying to get into a battle with your thoughts. So as we move through our practice, you'll probably notice it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy for thoughts to come in. So, but just know that just noticing these thoughts are coming up is a really important first step towards being more mindful. So be kind to yourselves. When you notice these thoughts are coming up, just congratulate yourself for noticing that your mind is wandering, and know that in just noticing, you've taken that first step back to being in the present moment, to being in the here and now, towards being your true self again. So